Hello everyone, Brandon Carey here, joined this time by Chris Acharky, my old friend and colleague. How are you, Chris?
We're ready to stab some dudes in the neck.
We're
throughout history
going to play... Well, Chris has agreed to show up for Assassin's Creed 3 because this is like... Because it's like one of his favorites to talk about, I suppose.
Well, yeah, we'll
get to that.
I'm trying to remember what the fuck DLC they made for Revelations, because...
But before we get into that, we have to play the DLC for Revelations to truly finish out the Ezio trilogy.
Yeah, because the last time I played this game was on a 360.
Man. For about the same for me, it was like the PS3 era.
Yeah. So
they added this DLC called The Lost Archives to Revelations a couple months after it released.
Okay.
This jogging any memories for you, Chris?
No.
Oh boy.
I probably didn't pay attention to it.
This is exciting. This is exciting. This is the Lost Archives for Assassin's Revelations. We're just gonna go right into it. No prelude.
Okay. Alright.
After experiment through Asper program on 17 known test subjects. This is the story of Subject 16.
So you're a nameless...
We're the guy that went in before Desmond. Except we're not. We're playing through the Desmond section, but with a different character.
What the fuck?
Do you remember the Desmond sections of Revelations, Chris?
Right, yeah, because Desmond was stuck in what I could only describe as a pocket animus dimension, where
yes.
I don't it was this weird shit.
And so he had a bunch of optional missions where you could relive his life before Abstergo.
But if I remember correctly, Desmond stuff wasn't in first person, right?
No, it was.
Okay, so
it was this. It was exactly this.
Okay, so precursor to all the bullshit you had to do.
It was optional though, fully optional. You could skip the entirety of it.
And then we all got up.
So you are some.
I'm going to be an astronaut.
We are Clay, the Subject 16, who was the guy who was in the Animus before Desmond was. We are reliving his story and how he got into the Animus.
Is this does this take place even before the events of the first game?
This is a recreation from the Animus's perspective. Abstract though,
wait. You said from the Animus's perspective.
Yes, this is a digital recreation of his memory in an abstract format.
You know what? Sure.
The Desmond section was an abstract first-person puzzler that metaphorically recreated Desmond's life.
Right.
It's the same stuff here. We are metaphorically recreating Clay's life through the Animus's back end.
Yeah, just some guy.
Did you remember the truth puzzles from Assassin's Creed 2 and Brotherhood? Do you remember those?
It's been forever.
This is the guy who went mad in the Animus and started making those puzzles.
Okay, so he was like the Rat Man from Portal.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, he went fully mad, lost his mind because the bleeding effect meant all of his answers were overlapping with his own mind, and as a result, he became an ultra knowledgeable historian guy that just was completely crazy.
Yeah, wasn't there a dude that Desmond talked to
in Revelations?
well, yeah.
This is the guy. This is the same dude. Same guy.
Okay, so you were. Okay, so. Yeah, you are that dude he talked to, and he's like, well, I can't get out.
He's the same guy who made all of the truth puzzles.
Okay.
And so we are playing an abstract recreation of his memories.
Randomly looking up what they sell. They sell the Ezio collection for. It is $40.
It is a pretty good deal, frankly. I'll be honest with you.
It's not bad. Like I think
like those games, having played them just recently, are still good.
Probably still hold up. Yeah. I remember. I'm sure there are some people that would like nitpick, like, well, the performance on here versus how it was on the original hardware. It's like, oh, shut up.
I think Revelations is kind of weak, compared to like 2 and Brotherhood, but it's still a good game.
Yeah, I mean, and that's in general because.
But that's not like a performance issue thing. That's just like they changed a mobile game into a fully fledged, or a DS game into a fully fledged like AC game. There was only so much they could do.
God, I still remember. I still remember. Yeah, they made. There's that one Nintendo DS game that was about with Altair.
Yes.
But
they were doing. They're going to do one for Ezio too, and that became that script became Revelations.
Oh, interesting.
It was called Assassin's Creed Lost Archive, I believe it was, or like Lost Legacy.
Like on the subject of Ezio's character, what was something that I had only found out about, I think last year, was because last year was when I went through the Assassin's Creed Chronicles games.
Oh right, that was last year.
China, India, and Russia. That was last year. I did that shit. It was either last year or sometime before, but it was like, I think it was early last year.
Sounds plausible.
It might have been beforehand, but it was like in recent years I went through those games, and Russia I didn't even want to finish. I got so fucking. I was so tired of that bullshit.
You got as far as I did. I didn't even finish China. I didn't even get very far in China. I only got like a couple hours into it.
And China is the best one of those three.
I believe that with my full heart.
Because India, you know, I want to like it more, but there's some stuff about the way those levels are designed and the abilities that you have, like it just doesn't feel super great.
Now, what connection do you have with India that will want you to like that game more? I don't understand.
Well, your audience might not know, but I am in fact a brown person of the Indian persuasion.
Wait, but you sound so white though.
Well, there's good reason for that. Because my dad married a white person. And then my ass was born in frickin' Ohio. So
yeah, that'll do it. Ohio will do that to you.
Ohio does a lot to you. We don't need to.
Just like these platform puzzles do a lot to me.
This is This is. Like I am.
Buckle up, Buttercup.
Free will of humanity.
This is boring the shit out of me.
Because we have several of these levels to go through.
Oh, that's great. I think I know for a fact I did not play this. I never touched this stuff.
Now we have our special power. We can make platforms.
Oh, okay. Now you're thinking with portals. Okay.
I have a conspiracy theory. So this game came out in November of 2011.
Right.
And Portal came out in April of 2011.
Like, what can we
So I cannot prove that they decided they wanted to have Portal-esque puzzle Assassin's Creed with this and the Desmond stuff.
Christ.
I can't prove that. But
like, what if we did one of these
pretty
with
sure.
a guy? Like, whatever. Already, and now the game is.
I have my platform still, so we're good. We can platform.
Yeah, just doing.
And look,
some
we
shit.
can make little staircase up to the top, tippy top.
You can make different. Okay.
You can make different shapes. You can make the rectangle or the triangle.
Submit ourselves to the hollow quest.
Which one goes in the square hole?
They both go in the square hole. That's right.
It goes in
the square hole.
Oh man.
Love that. I love that one. That's one of my favorites.
It's so.
I love the Power Glove. It's so bad.
Man, I actually had a Power Glove as a kid.
That was before my time.
It was.
Where the fuck
That,
did I go?
you know, that child from the Wizard was partially right. It's so bad.
It's so bad.
It's so, yeah, like, yeah. You can make Mario jump by twitching your pinky.
Beware the easy path.
I'll just push a button, thanks.
Knowledge grows only through challenge.
Beware the easy path. Knowledge grows only through challenge.
What? I was gonna say, what fucking challenge is there in this? Like,
I don't know.
What? I don't know. I don't know. I think part of me almost thinks that maybe I avoided this DLC probably because it was like, hey, did you like those puzzles? You want to do more of those? And even at the time, I was probably able to
Well,
say
the Desmond
no.
puzzles, we were talking about this, and like, you weren't here for it because we were doing this, the regular Desmond puzzles for the actual Let's Play, for the actual Revelations. Those suck. Those suck
Yeah.
really bad.
Because the most I remember Revelations was like you know, you're playing the game as Ezio for the most part. I think I even remember some publications that were somehow complaining about, it's a shame you don't get to play as Altair as much, and it's like, well,
also his parts of the game are the best parts in the game.
yeah, and I can vaguely remember some of that stuff too.
Like Altair segments were the best parts of that game, and it's not even close.
Wasn't Revelations also the game where Desmond, like, you're playing as Altair, and then Desmond is like, oh, why am I sticking with this lady now?
That's 2,
Whoa,
actually.
what?
That's Assassin's Creed 2.
Oh, okay. Okay, yeah, so it was that one.
Because that's when, like, she gets preggers.
Yep, because Altair knocked boots with some lady. And
She was a minor villain in the first game, who joined Altair later in life. Please see the PSP game for more details on that.
I forgot there was a PSP game.
I don't want to say it was good, but it wasn't bad.
Like, at that time, like, trying to do, like, portable versions of these never seemed to work out. Because even at the time...
Because, like, it was clearly an inferior version of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah.
But it was still good. It was still good to play. There was still some good parts of it.
But PSP is not really ideal for what I want to play Assassin's Creed on. Thank you very much. It's now you gotta block the lasers.
Yes.
However, will we do this?
Now, how will we get through it is a bigger question. Because there's no crouch in this game.
I was just gonna add, like, can you crouch even? Like,
Absolutely cannot.
well, go fuck yourself then, I guess. Can you make platforms go away?
Yes, you can crouch. You can destroy them.
Okay. Because I was gonna say, if you couldn't do that, this would be broken. I feel like the only thing you could do was, like, look up enough to I don't know. It just this seems a little busted.
That was kind of the problem with the Desmond puzzles, is that
yeah,
making these platforms trivializes almost any platforming challenge you have.
It's like, man, this
Oh,
seems really
that's how.
interesting. How about some bullshit?
You just go above.
Oh, whoops.
And now that
I
that's
was
there,
way
we can
off.
just drop down and go through here.
Okay, there you go. We're doing it.
We're doing it.
Look at the big brain on you, game.
Now, if you don't remember doing this, that's okay. That means you're normal.
No,
And don't have weird brain worms that require you to complete stupid-ass DLC.
I was gonna say, how much of this crap is in this? Like,
there were 5 Desmond levels, so if I had to make a guess, I would say that there are probably 5 of these levels.
You hope there's only 5.
I hope there's only 5.
Nobody wants like fucking Metal Gear Solid VR missions length of this bull crap. Like, it's like, no thanks.
It's an abstract representation of Clay's memory. You should respect this, Chris. You should be respectful of how clever and witty and inventive we are.
I think I've had more fun watching paint dry.
This is witty, clever, and like inventive mechanics. I don't understand what your problem is.
I'm not getting any of that from this. Yeah, this seems like something that was like, this was easy.
Desmond was even like worse because it was so trivially easy that there was no challenge. So you were literally like, I was like brain dead.
That sounds
for
about right.
Minutes at a time.
Yeah, when it comes to like whatever time I would have invested into this bull crap, because I don't even remember doing this. Like, but I can believe, like, yeah, this was probably some bullshit that was optional in the game.
Okay, so you have to climb. Okay, there's at least some, like, you have to observe your environment and look around for this.
Like, no, don't go that way.
Gotta go up.
Go up, idiot.
The view is better from the rooftops. We're having visions. We're having visions.
Oh, man. About what?
About a window.
Okay. I mean, I think that's probably also something about where this fails to hold attention, because the reason people come to an Assassin's Creed is like, what kind of crazy shit are we going to see in this historical period we're set in? Whereas like this stuff is, you want to do puzzles and learn about the backstory of this nameless character that you're inhabiting? No. Well, that's all we got.
Too bad, idiot.
Aren't they interesting though? Isn't the story made for this character
So here's the problem. As you might know, I am a Desmond defender.
Uh-huh.
I do believe there is value in having a central character for your like myth that you can revolve your story around. And Desmond, for all his faults, was that like central pillar of Assassin's Creed.
Yeah, I mean,
the problem is that like his version of this is so very fucking boring. It's so very boring, and his monologues for like why he was doing the things he was doing make him look like look worse. They make him look like shit, like the shittiest, stupidest fucking person in all the universe.
Like, yeah, and of course, like this whole setup of he's gonna take the lead in the final game, but then 3 came and went. Well, I mean, not even that. Like,
we'll talk about that when 3 comes out, because I do have words. But
yeah,
you are on the right track.
Just because I was, I was ready to see the conclusion of the.
Because part of what happened was that switch to annual releases. Because Desmond was going to be the lone protagonist of the 3rd game in the original pitch. You gotta do the leap of faith. We became an assassin now after our training. And now we're doing the leap of faith.
Okay.
Memory complete.
Sure.
We did it. We did it. We did the memory.
Tell me. Oh God.
He trained as an assassin, and now we took the leap of faith. But
break into Abstergo,
part of the
gather
problem
intel and get out.
Break into a store, get the intel, and get out. Awesome.
Abstergo, hold the line.
Great.
Marty, can you take my kids tomorrow night? I have a date.
He has a date. She has a date.
Not so loud. I'm at work.
Good for her. Good for her, receptionist lady.
Hold on. Abstergo, can I help you?
But yeah, part of that transition to a yearly release cycle is part of why, like, the Desmond third game never happened.
Yeah, it was. I still remember seeing articles at the time, people saying that it was either interviews or something, basically developers saying that it was actually, I don't even think it was the developers, I think it was like the producers were trying to say
Patrice Desilets who was like the person who made the franchise.
Yeah, and basically saying a modern day Assassin's Creed would be impossible.
No, okay, that's different. That's a different interview then, because like modern Assassin's Creed was going to be the third game.
Right.
By the time that like it was time to do that, he'd already left the studio, so he was no longer like, in the creative
been fighting a war against
position.
the Templars, a secret society dedicated
for the game,
to controlling mankind.
As well as
Abstergo is their front.
And again, I can't help but think about this every time it comes to people that were in charge of projects at Ubisoft.
I need more data about a program.
When it comes to, hey,
Animus Project.
Did he decide to leave, or was he asked to politely leave?
No, he left of his own volition.
Okay.
It was because you know the story. He did Assassin's Creed 1 and 2. His team did Assassin's Creed 1 and 2, I should say. Not just him, obviously.
Okay. Yeah.
And he started Brotherhood and then left a month into Brotherhood when he realized that he was not going to get the franchise he wanted.
Right. Okay.
So he left.
I hope he wasn't one of those guys that was like, because I remember, what was it? I think like Michel Ancel. There are stories about him.
If there are stories about that for Patrice Desilets, I am not aware of them. I have not been made aware of them, and I've looked for some like death history in this game. I've not seen anything.
Well, like Michel Ancel, like you probably know what I'm talking about.
Oh, I know what you're talking about, Michel Ancel. That's
he was like impossible to please. He was never satisfied with anybody's work. Like he would make people redo shit. Like
the next game that Desilets made after this was Humankind.
Where is this?
It was kind.
Actually,
you probably heard of it. You probably just forgot.
Maybe, yeah. Actually, now that I think of it, yeah, no, wait. This was 2021?
Yeah, it's been a hot minute.
Okay.
Infiltrating Abstergo.
This was a 4X strategy game.
Yeah, of a sorts.
Okay. I was thinking of something else. I was thinking of like some other game. It was probably along those lines of like you're witnessing humanity's birth and inception to his evolution and stuff, and then nobody cared about that game. I can't remember what it was.
Oh, I'm about to
Don't
die.
remember.
I might not. No, we're good.
Lucky. Doing pretty good for a guy who can't crouch.
Yeah.
Maybe he's got bad knees.
Or maybe the Animus doesn't know how to render knees.
Yeah, it doesn't have full body tracking. It can only. Oh man. Yeah, it kind of sucks. Like I would, yeah, it'd be great if he would have gotten to make what he wanted, but.
Oh fuck me. Fell at the very end of this platforming section.
Whoops. It's almost like first-person platforming is kind of difficult, and especially where, in a game where you can't see your feet or where you're standing. Kind of makes sense why there's a third-person camera most of the time.
Oh god, I just got scratched by a laser.
Oof.
Unfortunately, there's no like health in this mode. It's like you get contact by an obstacle, it's instant death.
Nope. Don't touch the laser. No. Don't touch the laser.
I know what you're referencing.
Yeah. So, you know, like, just looking up some stuff and seeing advertisements and everything, like, oh, Assassin's Creed Shadows is coming out, and it's like, that game is not going to be what the company needs it to be.
The odds are very low.
It seems very low. Oh,
Although
man.
I am personally interested in Shadows, I will admit, like, I do not have a whole lot of faith in Ubisoft as of right now.
Yeah, here's my thing. I don't think the game's gonna be bad.
No, it's probably perfectly playable. I'm sure it's gonna be like a fine, perfectly mid game.
It's gonna be okay.
It's not gonna make the money they need to stay in business.
No, it's not gonna be. No, because they need a Grand Theft Auto level of success, and it's not going to be that. And I don't think Assassin's Creed has ever been that.
It has not.
No. Like I feel like the height, like maybe, well,
it has been one of their biggest bread earners, but like Ubisoft has never been like that huge company.
No,
they've been
like,
big but not huge.
Like, it's had its ups and downs, because I feel like the original series peaked with like Brotherhood, and it's not to say that other stuff, like, because I heard Syndicate was okay. I don't know what the reception
Syndicate
on that
was an okay game. Okay is exactly how I describe it.
It was no Brotherhood, but it was okay. And to many folks, Syndicate,
I mean, this is like part of the pain of making it a yearly game.
Yeah. Like, Syndicate kind of made up for the fact that Unity was somewhat of a disappointment. Because I can still remember seeing the stories about the bugs that Unity had.
Yeah. I think you are. I think Brotherhood is the best of the games in this era of Assassin's Creed. I think that's a pretty, like, uncontroversial statement to make.
Because the series wouldn't really peak again until.
But
Odyssey
it's also the beginning
out.
of the end, because that was when the early releases began.
Yeah.
So like it's kind of bittersweet in that regard, because it is the best, but it's also the best partly because, like, they didn't have time to make it better.
I mean, and as well as the fact that, well, actually, hang on.
Oh, we got a new block.
We
got a high jump.
I think even after Brotherhood, you would get another, because, you know, I know we haven't gotten to it yet, but 3 lost a lot of goodwill for people. But at least the following game with Black Flag, then it was like, here's another peak.
Yes.
Like, I think that probably would have, that probably did better than Brotherhood probably. And then what was strange was, like, going from that to Unity, but like that same year of Unity, we also got Rogue. Because it was like Unity, it's like, you need a PS4, and Rogue was like, hey, for you PS3 360 people, we still got you, like. So, and funny enough, I would not, well, I did play Rogue on a 360, but then I would not finish it until it was on a PS4.
Yeah.
Funny enough.
We're still infiltrating Abstergo. Abstractly, though, not in reality.
Oh, you got bouncy blocks.
Yeah, we earned a new block.
New block has appeared. Oh shit. The wall's closing in on you?
Yeah, it looks like it. I got
man.
bouncy block.
Yeah.
And I died making contact with the corrupt wall.
Fucked up.
Oh, God.
Fucked up. Oh shit.
Where the fuck do I jump to? Oh, I see what I'm supposed to do now.
I think
there's a little bit of a trick I have to do. I have to make this platform, jump, make this platform, jump.
Yeah, looking at this, if I was aware of this DLC at all,
you wouldn't have done
when
it?
Came out, no. Because I think I probably would have seen a review and it's like, hey, it's more of this, and I'm like, nope. It's like, I'm good.
Gotta push these portal puzzles to the absolute limits, Chris. You know, the puzzles that you love to play Assassin's Creed for. So I know when I think of Assassin's Creed, I think of Portal.
Like,
the very first thing comes to my mind is Portal.
To make the comparison here, like the idea of like the puzzle game with the sterile environments, and I feel as if, because even when you think about the environments in Portal, those are like more striking to look at and are kind of more pleasing on the eye.
This looks like a very like utilitarian.
This is like the very definition of sterile.
Yeah. Like brutalist.
Yeah, like it's like not only does it look as if there's nothing like remarkable or hell even above average, but it's also like I'm repulsed by it. I don't want to look at this.